Sala de música. Hostia, Poppy.
Are they paper lanterns?
Farolillos.
Whatever they are, I like them.
Tiene buena vibra la
It's like a little
habitación.
parade of floating spirits.
Que cante o te seduzca. Eso parece, eso parece.
Oh, whatever it is, it's playing a little trumpet.
While it is the music room, he's got to practice.
What's with all the broken glass?
O sea, una estatua está tocando una trompeta. Bueno, a ver, es la sala de música, tiene que practicar en algún lado, ¿no? Una estatua brillante de una extraña criatura que sostiene una gran bocina. Hay una apreciable grieta que recorre toda la bocina de la estatua. Dentro de la bocina, por debajo del suelo, hay fragmentos de cristales rotos. ¿Un violín?
Who plays the violin, I wonder?
It's pretty dusty, so I'm guessing nobody.
¿Y estos cuadros?
There's a faded mural on the wall.
When I was a kid, I never knew the difference between a mural and a mosaic.
La campana es de uno que esté como un cencerro. ¡Ja! ¡Da!
You still don't know, do you?
No.
Me están pintadas las montañas por detrás. Hay velitas.
One old wooden bookcase.
Yep.
25 dry old books.
Mm-hmm.
4 lit candles.
Yeah.
Am I the only one seeing the problem?
Hombre, sí, que las velas pueden quemar las cosas. Podría ser.
Sheet
Partituras.
music. It's handwritten.
Partituras
That's
por
a
el
lot of
suelo.
notes. Looks pretty difficult.
Probably why they're on the floor.
Un
It's one
piano.
of those big pianos with the open lids.
Sí, sí, sí.
Don't touch it.
Why not?
Might be haunted.
¡Ah! ¿Te imaginas que el piano está embrujado? Señora, siento molestarla.
Are you a ghost?
Sally, that's rude.
Hostia, qué miedo da esta señora de repente, ¿no?
Come as a disappointment, but I am alive.
Ah.
Siento
That makes you a suspect.
decepcionaros, pero estoy viva. Ah.
What's your name?
My name is Poppy. I'm a pointer and a pianist.
We'll need to ask you a few questions about Freya.
Poppy Pointer, la pianista.
Hey, you're pretty good.
All in the wrist. And 13 years of dedicated practice.
Cuéntanos sobre ti. Uy, esta es muy
I'm just
emo.
me. There's nothing to know.
Esta es la emo de la familia.
My father is Percival Pointer. The professor spends most of his time hidden away in his tower. Barely speaks to anyone these days. Especially not the fellows.
Do you get on with the fellows?
2 of them. Fifi and Freya are my
Coño,
closest
mosca,
friends.
tío, en serio.
We all turned 19 last year.
Do people ever leave Tangle Tower? I don't mean to
¿Emo?
be rude.
Nah.
It's just
Esa es Pepe, sí.
you're
Es Pepe.
19,
You
Es la
don't have
Pepe.
to answer that, Poppy.
It's a fair question. I'd like to move away. Definitely. Fifi, Freya, and I would often talk about it. Argue
Oh.
about it. Freya wanted to leave, but Fifi... Things are more complicated for her.
What about now?
After what happened, I really don't want to stay here much longer.
Se querían ir. Tío, es que da un miedo con esta cara, te lo juro por Dios. Claro, las 3 chicas que eran amigas querían, hablaban sobre irse de la casa de Moase. Fifi no quería, pero Freya sí. ¿Qué pasó ayer?
3.5 hours of piano practice. Soon as I wake up. Same as always.
3.5. Does that not hurt your hands?
Sure.
And you do this in the music room?
No, I prefer to practice in my room. When I make mistakes, I like to make them in private.
What did you do after that?
I was supposed to meet Fifi in the library, but I totally forgot. When I finally got
Se
down
me
there,
olvidó.
she
Claro,
read
para
that.
nada no quería
I
ver a la
checked her
friki.
bedroom. It was locked.
Was Fifi not in there?
No idea. She keeps her door locked either way. So I went back upstairs and out into the moonlight garden.
The what?
The little garden on the roof outside my room.
Was it just you up there?
No. Fitz came outside after a while. His room's on the other side. He's been teaching me about flowers.
did you
Enseñando
talk to him?
de flores, sí,
Not
sí, sí.
really.
You ignored each other.
I didn't say that.
Nah, estos están enamorados y en plan están en un silencio ahí adorable, todos juntis.
Fitz and I were up in the moonlight garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds. I've been trying to decide how to describe it, but I'm struggling. It was like something drilling into a piece of metal, but different. Worse. I was pretty sure it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there to check. Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. I knew Freya and Flora were both supposed to be in
Ya,
there, so I made Fitz kick down the door.
Joder, Warren,
I went inside. Freya was lying on the floor.
Flora was in the room too?
Yeah. I think she realized what had happened at the same moment I did. I didn't know what to do, so I ran downstairs to get Fifi. Her door was still locked, but I knocked and shouted at her. Eventually, she let me in. The lights were off, but I could see she'd already been crying. I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry.
Porque nos contó que estaba triste.
Angry. I dragged her out into the hall. My father was there too, for some reason. The three of us went back up to Flora's tower. Then Felix arrived. He had Penny with him. Fifi had this idea. She wanted to do some kind of scientific test. She took me down to the library. We were in there about
¿Esto
15
concuerda?
minutes.
¿Esto
After
concuerda?
she was done, she went back upstairs and I went back to my room.
That's it?
That's it.
Vale, ya me ha dado su declaración, tal. Voy a preguntarle por la Peñuki.
Needless noise from tongues expel, unless within the mouth they dwell. The spoken word, unfit for dealing with the shifting form of feeling. Stand unblinking in the face of taciturn and soundless space.
¿Me va a hacer un poema de cada uno?
Foregone drifter, holding fast. Days as shadow seeker past.
Hostia,
Is
qué
it
bonito, ¿no?
bravery or surrender, accepting that your world will render nothing darker than the gloom some four walls make around a room.
Espectacular.
Between the lips a silver spoon, a story written all too soon. The chosen dwelling of her heart, unjustly chosen to depart. Lost her liberation lays in the center of a maze. With surging tide, the waves are thrown, an entity of all its own. But on its surface you may see, reflected in the waters be, the orchestrator, pale and still, pulling strings, enacting will. Hard of head, but free of mind, unimprisoned, unconfined. With starry eyes, she sees beyond, behind our walls, beneath our pond. A soul untied, it's hers, it's free. Was then, is now, will ever be. Softly does the flower grow, all in time, and time is slow. Rest a seed within the earth, but do not rush its gentle birth. Hour by hour, day by day, tune your heart to nature's way.
No sé, es el jardinero sin más. Ah,
That's me. I'm on a list of murder suspects. Always thought that would be kind of cool, but it's just tedious.
Falls a little short, doesn't it?
vaya, no me ha hecho un poema sobre ella misma.
So there are two families living in Tangle Tower?
Mm-hmm. 3 pointers and 5 fellows. 4 fellows.
What's the connection between them?
There isn't one. Not really. It was all built by the Remington family. Flora is a Remington, originally. So was Primrose, my mother. She married into the Pointers, and Flora married into the Fellows.
So the Fellows and the Pointers own the house now?
Flora owns the house. Depending on who you ask, that means her husband Felix owns it too.
What about your father?
His claim over the house kind of fell apart after my mother left.
Where's your mother now?
No idea.
Hay que escuchar las historias. Ok, Jairo.
There's something I noticed about Freya's knife wound.
Hit me.
From what we could tell, the blade went in at an exact right angle, perpendicular to Freya's body. And there's only one small pool of blood. Nothing on Freya's hands, or anywhere else. The whole thing is just a little too peaceful. This is mine.
Really?
No, well, yes, it was. I gave it to Freya about a year ago.
Hace un
What
año.
was on it?
Nothing. It was blank. Freya said she wanted to record something.
Any idea how it ended up underwater?
Maybe someone wanted to destroy it, but got really lazy.
Does this belong to you, Poppy?
Now that's not really my style, is it?
But who else would own a tape like this?
Literally anybody?
Nah, esta se la hizo ella, seguro, antes de convertirse en una emo.
Why is the glass cracked down one side?
Natural wear and tear, maybe?
Nah.
No way. Freya took good care of her
Algo
stuff.
pasó ahí arriba, el plan, el sonido ese que dijo casi como que se rompe algo metálico, yo creo que es lo que craqueó todas las cosas que estaban allí.
Freya would always load up the palette with all the exact colors she was gonna need. I think it helped her zone out and focus on the actual painting itself. Like getting all your sheet music lined up before playing a long piece.
Right. So the blob of black paint in the middle, that was for
esto es
Pink and
negro.
Flora?
Flora's dress, yeah. She wears even more black than I do.
Pero el amarillo no lo usó, entonces el amarillo es algo.
What do you make of the statue?
I know that's the only harp in the whole of Tangle Tower. I've never actually seen a real one.
Maybe it's from before your time.
Oh, definitely. You see how old this statue is?
What about the symbols? One of them looks like piano keys.
Sí.
Yeah. Weird.
Weird. Igual son habitaciones. Igual son habitaciones, no personas. Igual es de esta habitación.
Don't you think that's weird? That the letter isn't addressed to anyone or signed by anyone?
Someone's being deliberately secretive.
Or they're trying to manipulate you.
Tengo que volver a leer esta carta, no me
When I
acuerdo.
first saw it, I thought it looked like Flora was holding a knife with blood on the tip.
You don't think that anymore?
No, it was a stupid thing to say. The room was dark. I was in shock. I'm just an idiot.
But it was blood on the tip. If you hadn't said anything, maybe Fifi wouldn't have checked.
Exactly. It's stupid.
But we would have missed out on an important clue.
Is it a clue? Really? Tell me how it's a clue. Tell me how it helps. Nothing about the knife makes any sense. It's just freaking everyone out. Wish I'd never said anything.
O me parece un cuchillo, creo que cualquier persona lo habría dicho.
What was inside?
Nothing.
Huh. It was my mother's originally.
So, why is it up in Flora's room?
She just gets the most use out of it. Freya would borrow it too sometimes.
El gramófono es de Flora,
Is
definitivo.
that supposed to be Flora?
Possibly?
Oh, how nice.
How nice.
Whose paints are those?
They belong to Felix, I think.
I think everybody sees something different.
Did Freya ever tell you what she saw in it?
Not exactly.
Hola, Zeus guapa, ¿qué
She said
tal?
something about it being from a recurring nightmare.
Sorry, but if it was from a nightmare, why would you paint it and leave it in front of your bed?
Maybe she wanted to take control of it. Giving something a physical form can make it easier to deal with. Well, sometimes.
Bienvenida a Tangle Tower.
Hey, that's me. Not a bad likeness.
It looks like you're standing in a rose bush.
Is there something wrong with that?
Y te está dando una rosa Fitz.
This is a photo of Fifi and Freya, right?
Haciendo recados.
Yeah.
How come you're not in it? You're friends with them too, aren't you?
¿Pero estás fuera de
I'm not really
casa?
one for photographs.
Fifi looks like she really admires Freya.
Fifi's loyalty to Freya is unshakable.
Yo creo que Fifi tenía celos de Poppy y Freya por alguna razón.
That belongs to Flora, I think.
Ah, nice. Yo digo que el otro lado de la foto es Poppy. Hombre, está clarísimo que es Poppy. Está clarísimo. Está clarísimo. O sea, todo el mundo decía que eran muy amigas. Y ahora mismo no me acuerdo. O sea, no sé qué les habrá pasado entre ellas. Igual es la discusión esta de que se quieren ir de casa. que Freya y Poppy querían irse de casa y Fifi no quería irse de casa. Igual con esa discusión, esa foto, que creo que la tenía Fifi, o Fifi o Freya, una de las dos. Yo creo que Fifi la rompió. Por ahora libras. Nice. Ten cuidado, mujer.
Fifi's diary? I'm sure I've seen it in her room before.
That's where we found it.
Have you ever read it?
El diario de Fifi.
Nope. I'm sure she wouldn't appreciate me invading her privacy.
I thought you and Fifi were close friends.
Yeah, we are. It's just Fifi's gotten kinda impatient with me recently.
Do you know why?
I'm not sure.
I'm sure she'd tell you if you asked.
Oh, she would. She'd give it to me straight.
¿Mm?
Probably why I've been avoiding it.
No. Si tienes un poco de cuidado, no pasa nada, mujer.
How sweet.
How sweet.
Did you find that in Fifi's room?
No? Should we have?
No, it's just... It looks like something she'd use, don't you think?
Bueno, pero nos dijo que sea el profesor Pointer. So, Fifi es a bitch mala o a bitch buena. Hombre, Fifi es buena, pero yo creo que pero parece que somos muy niñita todavía. Se encerra en su biblioteca, en sus estudios y su forma de ser ahí todo cerrada e introvertida. No quiere irse de casa.
Oh, you've been to the greenhouse? What did you think?
Impressive, I guess. But kind of unsettling, with Fitz lurking in the shadows the whole time.
Yeah, he does that. Is that a gardening trowel?
Yeah, I think it belongs to Fitz.
Really? Never seen him use it. Don't look at me. I didn't break it.
Does anybody else use the music room?
Yes. I don't know who, but I can tell when somebody else has touched the piano.
Oh. Vale, no tengo forma de hacerle más preguntas.
Right. Poppy's bedroom is unlocked.
I wonder what's in there.
Vamos. ¿Te acuerdas de lo que te dijo la detective sobre el telescopio? No.
There's something about that diary we found in Fifi's room. Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
Bueno, puedo ir a preguntarle.
This belongs to you, Hawkshaw?
Correct.
Ah, era suyo. Ah, dijo que era suyo. ¿Y entonces por qué todo el mundo se pensaría que lo encontraría en la habitación de Fifi?
And, what is it?
It's my handheld microscope for up-close investigation.
Ah, claro. Esta dice que es un microscopio y la otra dice que era un telescopio.
Have you used it here at Tangle Tower?
I have. I used it to examine the greenhouse only 2 days ago.
Pero no ha entrado. Dijo que no había entrado.
That is between myself and my client.
Está mintiendo un poco mucho, ¿no? Porque el otro dijo que no entró en el invernadero.
People here are surprisingly materialistic, considering how sheltered they are.
Materialistic?
Growing this fruit simply because it produces a gemstone-like material. For what possible purpose, other than financial gain?
You're speculating.
What would you do, Grimoire, if you could grow valuable stone straight from the earth? This is a potential murder weapon, is it not?
I don't know. I don't think the murderer would leave the murder weapon just lying around.
I think you'd be surprised as to what people leave lying around. Some breed of amphibious humanoid, potentially bipedal, although none of the statues show the creature's feet.
I guess we'll never know.
I'll say this, he's well suited to physical labor.
That's a nice way to put it.
Fitz spends most of his time alone in the greenhouse, but I heard he's been breeding experimental flowers in secret.
So?
Scandal.
I just wonder if he's getting restless. Poppy has remarkable musical talent. She could be famous, wealthy even, if she wanted to.
She'd probably have to leave Tangle Tower first.
Quite.
Vale, yo me voy. O sea, que ya nos ha mentido 2 veces. Interesante. Venga, le hacemos el interrogatorio a esta señora. A ver, sospecha.
Is this your diary, Fifi? We found it in your bedroom.
Of course it is mine. Ridiculous question.
Pero lo he
Why is
visto
it
en una
locked up
foto.
like that?
You seriously require an explanation. Very well. A fairly common concept, the so-called secret diary, is favored in particular by girls between the ages of 10
So, there are secrets written in here?
and this particular diary is unused.
It doesn't look unused.
Es el diario de... No, es el diario de otra persona. O no es un diario. Yo creo que es un diario. Yo creo que es el diario, pero es el de Freya.
It's somebody else's diary.
How could you arrive at that conclusion? It is kept in my bedroom. It is mine.
We need a clue to compare with the diary.
La foto, la foto, la foto, la foto, la
The
foto.
original owner was.
¡La foto! Déjame hacer hipótesis. La foto.
Let's take a closer look at this.
Ah. Hipotetiza, hipotetiza. Este libro azul es lo mismo que el diario secreto, por lo que muestra que era de Freya.
This blue book is the same thing as the secret diary, which proves it belonged to Freya.
You were hiding Freya's diary in your room, and you kept it locked, too.
Oh, first
Why
try.
would I do either of these things?
Ya, esa es buena. Voy a especular esto.
Fifi didn't want anyone to see personal secrets within Freya's diary.
Is this true, Fifi?
¿A la
I know
primera?
Freya was your friend, but if you're trying to hide something,
Hombre, con la
You
información
did
que
not know
tengo...
Freya, so this
Con la
might be
información que tengo
difficult
tenía
to
que ser eso,
understand.
sí o sí. No
She
podía
did
ser
her
otra.
own thing, in her own way. By concealing Freya's written accounts, it is simply my intention to preserve her innocence.
¿Inocencia de qué?
might be easier if you just let us read the diary, Fifi.
Menos cerebro que tengo,
Very
¿eh?
well. I will open it.
Tengo...
However, as you read it,
Ojo, ¿eh?
please remember,
Tengo un...
Freya was the most
¡Cerebro de
kind
galaxia!
and the most wise person I have ever known.
All right, Fifi unlocked the diary.
¿Lo podemos leer?
Finally. What's in there?
Ha vuelto. Esta vez en carne y hueso. Fui yo, lo dejé salir. Tal vez debería romper ese cuadro. El portaalmas funciona. Qué cosita más impresionante. Ahora tengo 2. Necesito otros 2 más. He encontrado el camino hasta el medio. Sorprendentemente fácil en comparación con el arpa. Los he visto a los 5. Los ojos se oscurecieron. Pese a todo, aún tengo una promesa que cumplir. Haré lo que pueda. A ella le vendría bien algo de compañía. Hola, Rodroga, ¿cómo estás? ¿Portaalmas? Esto a mí puede ser que hable sobre la... sobre la detective Hawkshaw. Venga, Cid, que vaya bien también a ti. Muchas gracias por andar por aquí un ratillo. Portaalmas. Iba a entrar a la habitación de Poppy.